Today I have a message for you all straight from the Lord himself. I know how people are when it comes to this topic, when it comes to Jesus period, but like when it comes to this topic specifically, I know how people are, and I just didn't want to deal with that. But he told me he don't care how I feel, especially when his children's souls are at risk. So I had to put on my big girl pants and I had to come deliver this message today. This message is coming from a dream that I had during a fast. I had this dream during a 3-day fast, the last day of my fast. All right, so in the dream, somebody called me and they told me that they were coming to get me. And in my head, I was thinking that they were far away and that I had time to prepare and get ready and all these things. And as soon as we hung up the phone, like 2 seconds later, they pulled up, they called me again. It was like, I'm outside. And I was like, dang, like you gave me no time. Like, why would you not tell me you were right around the corner? So they called me back and they told me they were outside. And instantly I started thinking about all the things that I didn't have ready. Specifically, how dirty all of my clothes were. I was like, dang, I need to wash clothes. I can't, if I'm going to be going with you, I'm going to be traveling with you, I would need clean clothes. And none of my clothes are washed. So I guess I must have called them back and told them what was going on. And they didn't argue. They were like, okay, that's fine. Get your clothes together. I'll wait for you. Just come on. So I must have got my clothes washed, got all my things together, finally got outside. When they saw me, we embraced each other and we went on about our day. And that was the end of the dream, okay? So when I woke up, I forgot I had the dream. And then like later on that day, I was reminded of it. And so I wrote it down and I was like, God, like, what are you trying to tell me? Like, what's this mean? I don't understand. Now, initially, I kind of already figured, like, I knew what it meant, but I was like, that's heavy. Like, what do you mean? What are you saying? I'm not gonna waste no time. I'm just gonna get into the word and what he's saying here, okay? In the dream, I was in my hometown. Anytime I'm in that place in a dream, it means the past. Old habits, ways, thought patterns, living in the past, right? And then the theme of the dream is I was unprepared. The dirty clothes meant that I was not ready. I wrote the dream down and then I was instantly led to Matthew 25:1-4, where he was talking about the 10 virgins, but 5 of them were wise and 5 of them were foolish. The 5 wise ones took their lamps and oil and they went on about their day. 5 foolish virgins, they took their lamps, but they took no oil with them, right? So the 5 wise ones, they lived their life. They lived a righteous life. Like they were totally prepared for when the Lord came back and it was time to go home. The 5 foolish ones, they were doing what they wanted to do, just living an unrighteous life with no oil. And when it was time to go home, the Lord was like, I don't know you. Continue doing what you were doing because I don't got nothing for you. So what the Lord is saying to all of us today is it's time for us to start taking our walk serious. Because as he says in his word, we don't know the time, day, nor the hour that he's going to sound that trumpet and it's going to be time to go home. It could literally happen right now as I'm making this video. You just never know. It's time out for all the things that don't align with his word, that don't help further you in your walk, that hinder you, and that would have you unprepared when he came back or when he comes back, because he's coming back. There's no question about that. Anything that would stop you from being prepared when he comes back, it's time to cut that off. Family, friends, relationships, habits, whatever it may be, if it's not conductive to your walk, and if it's not helping you get your seat in heaven, it's time to get prepared. I can't tell you that he's going to come back today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, but what he's saying is, I'm coming. And if you're not ready, you're going to be left behind. In the dream, the person waited on me, but I feel like the waiting was the prophetic dreams that he'll give. People like me, he'll send to extend this message to you, to warn you and let you know, hey, it's time to clean up your act. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes, you don't have nothing to worry about. That's him waiting on you. That's him extending grace to you and saying, okay, your clothes dirty. I need you to go put your clothes in the wash machine. Because when it's time to go, I'm not waiting for you to put no clothes in the wash machine. When I come and I crack that sky and I sound them trumpets and I say, we out of here. That's it. There is no give me 10 minutes. The beautiful thing about this is that he cares for us so much that he would give many of his children, because it's not just me. I've seen so many videos just in like this week, warning his children to get it together. So he cares for us so much that he will send people to, you know what I'm saying, give you a message and let you know like, hey, the time for playing is over with. If you don't know what could possibly be a hindrance in your life, pray and ask him to search your heart and reveal to you or reveal to you the things that are not pleasing to him, and reveal to you the things that could possibly be blocking you from fully walking with him and being in full relationship with him. So that you know 100% that if he was to come right now, you don't have nothing to worry about, because you got your stuff in order and you're prepared. And I'm just the messenger, so don't be upset with me, please. So after I had this dream and I started thinking about it, I was like, God, like, once again, that's super extremely heavy. So I found myself being anxious, because it's like, okay, you give me a word like this. I mean, I don't know the time nor the hour. You're giving me this, and it feels like it's so urgent that like you might come back like right now. He had to let me know, like, time the Lord tells you or shows you anything, it's never ever to make you fearful. It's never to put fear in your heart, ever. It's simply to prepare you. He cares so much that he would not even allow you to be blindsided. This is not for you to walk around in fear that, oh, the Lord might come back in the next 10 minutes and then what? The reason you would be fearful of him coming back is if you're not in order, right? If you're in order, you don't have nothing to worry about, because you know when he comes back and you going up, you getting caught up in the rapture of love, and that's it. You going home. Because honestly, if you think about it, if you got all your ducks in a row, you straight, you and the Lord here, you got a relationship, you're honestly ready. You're ready for that day. You like, God, when you gonna sound the trumpet? I'm ready to go home. So yeah, the only time you would be fearful is if you know that like there are some things that's just not right, and like, you know, you're teetering, and you know you're entertaining or doing some things that he just would not be pleased with. So you don't really know, like, does that count? Or like, you know what I'm saying, would he be upset with, like, would he let me in knowing that I'm doing this one small little thing? The truth of the matter is it's time to like clean it all up, put it all in a trash bag, and take it all to the dumpster, and just be in complete relationship. And that doesn't mean you're gonna be perfect, absolutely not. It does mean that you strive every single day to please the Lord 100%. And that you are giving everything over to him, all your decisions, all your plans, all your relationships, you giving them to him. The grand takeaway from this message is it's time to get our lives together. Because he's coming eventually. When, we don't know, but he's coming, and he loves you so much that he wants to take you up with him. He don't want to leave you here in the ghetto. He wants to take you home, because that was the plan from the beginning. He got that nice big old place up in the sky, and it has your name. And he's just waiting to come get you so you can take up your place in heaven with him. But if you're not prepared, it's questionable. Like, once again, I'm gonna say this one more time, that if you are a little afraid, if you are just like, oh my God, like that's scary, then you probably need to take a little bit of inventory and be like, okay, what am I doing that you don't like? Have it. Because I want to go home. Say it's okay to be truthful with yourself and admit, I know I'm doing some things that I just should not be doing. And ask God for help. Ask God to deliver you from these things. And he's more than happy to do it. He's been waiting on you to ask. He did not lay his life literally on the line for you to be suffering and for you to even be questioning if you're going to make it to heaven or not. He gave his life up so that you could have life and have it more abundant. That means walking and living your everyday life knowing that if he came back right now, you wouldn't bat an eye, because this is just what you've been waiting on. All right, so that's all I got for y'all today. I really hope that message was clear. If you have any questions, please don't fret to DM me or comment your questions. We just all need to get it together, and make sure your clothes are washed when he pull up. Okay, when he come. Okay, all right. I love you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video.